Hello, rising juniors. My name is Mark von Drasek, better known to students as Doc V, and I'll be the physics teacher in your 3 ChemPhys AP class in the fall. The chemistry teacher is going to be Ms. Terry Gatchell. She is a world-renowned chemistry teacher. Just fantastic. You're going to love it. A little bit about myself, just to kind of plant the seeds for the future. My background here, okay, that's an aerial view of Fermilab, which is about an hour away from Evanston, over in Batavia, close to Naperville and Aurora, that kind of area. And it's that big ring on the top there is 4 miles around, to give you a sense of how big it is. It's one of our national labs, and my background is in high energy particle physics, where I got my PhD from University of Illinois in Champaign, Urbana, and did my research at Fermilab. So this is really just a real brief video just to kind of welcome you and kind of let you know what to expect in the fall as we move into the AP level ChemPhys out of your 2 ChemPhys class. This is the contact information for both myself and Ms. Gatchell. And really, you know, obviously it's going to be more complex. It's higher level material that you should expect to have in both chemistry and physics. It's AP, and I know for a lot of you this will be your first round of first year with AP classes. So ChemPhys is unique. I'm finishing my 22nd year teaching in this program, and I still don't know of another school in the country who does it quite like we do. Even though ChemPhys has been around in some form for well, over 60 years now, since the 1950s. So even though we're going to be more higher level type material, in some ways, if you talk with some of the upperclassmen, either this year's juniors or seniors, they'll tell you it's more manageable than sophomore year. Okay, sophomore year you're swapping back and forth, switching your brain back and forth every other day between chemistry and physics. Next year, we'll do it about every 2 weeks, okay? So in other words, you'll start off the year with me in physics. The seniors will start off with Ms. Gatchell and start, pick up where they leave off for chemistry. And we'll have you for about 2 weeks or so. Okay, we'll get through a unit. And then we'll swap. Then you'll start chemistry. The seniors will come in and start their electricity and magnetism with me. And we'll do that throughout the year. And we try to integrate the chemistry and the physics together. Okay, so concepts that you will hear about in physics on the theoretical side perhaps will then be applied in chemistry, and you'll learn both topics much more deeply. And we know this works better than doing just standalone classes. Do note that for physics it is going to be calculus based, and we'll start with calculus no matter where you are in math, probably like the second or third day of school. We'll jump right in and figure out what something called a derivative is. Now, even if you're not taking a calculus class, don't sweat it. We have groups of juniors every year who are in pre-calc, and they end up doing great. I'll tell you what, calculus, for what we need at least, is something that if you can make a graph, and if you can find the slopes of graphs, trust me, you can do calculus. And we'll see what that leads to in a few months. Okay, so yeah, we do get a deeper understanding of both the chemistry and physics by doing that integration and learning about many similar topics from both perspectives. We learn about the theory. We can do the problem solving, much more complex problem solving than what you're probably used to, and we do lots of labs. My background is experimental. Ms. Gatchell's background is experimental. Yeah, we like to keep you busy and active. Okay. Now we also, with AP classes, AP science classes, we have double periods, and so we have time. And over 2 years, as we really get to know each other very well, we go off on tangents, and we'll cover all sorts of topics that aren't part of the AP curriculum. Okay, a lot of modern topics: relativity, quantum mechanics, cosmology, particle physics, things like that. Okay. The other thing in ChemPhys, and what we're largely known for, is giving you whatever your interests happen to be. If you want to pursue something, we're going to figure out a way to get you working on it. Okay, both in the class and outside of the class. Okay, so as far as material, juniors, you're going to be focused on mechanics. We'll take the foundation that you got here into ChemPhys and keep building on that, adding calculus and adding a few new topics to the mix. Senior year, you'll do largely new material with electricity and magnetism. Next year, you'll finish the first half of AP chemistry, and then you'll finish the second half as a senior. And like 2 ChemPhys, the 3 and 4 ChemPhys classes will do grades 50-50, and evenly balanced between chemistry and physics. Okay, speaking of opportunities, I just wanted to plant some seeds. At Evanston, we have one of the longest research traditions of any high school in the country. We're talking not like lab work in a class, 1 or 2 days worth of stuff. We're talking long-term actual science research. Perhaps at a Northwestern lab, although this summer those opportunities are all canceled. But also at home, okay, basement science, original work. Each year we have students placing at the state, national levels, publishing papers. It's really cool stuff if you want to get a taste of actual science research while in high school. So let me just pull up and can kind of show you just a long list of possibilities. And this is something where you can get in touch with me at any point if you have any interest in anything, and we can start going through it. So we have lots of professor contacts, postdocs, and graduate students who work with us over at Northwestern and other universities. If you want to learn how to program, okay, with our research center that was built just 2 summers ago, a brand new facility for the school, we can get you working on coding, okay? If you want to learn about electronics and stuff like that, yeah, we'll get you going on that. We have all sorts of academic contests. Physics Olympiad, if you happen to know of one of the seniors who just graduated or about to graduate, Ronan Soni, he's a 2-time national semifinalist in Physics Olympiad. Ms. Gatchell is the coach for Scholastic Bowl. Some of you may have already done some work with either Scholastic Bowl or Science Olympiad or the math team. Okay. Lots of our students are involved in all of those. Then we get into different research options, mathematical modeling, okay, engineering competitions, collaborations, you name it, we do it. If you like bridge building, you can do that. Projects with people around the country and around the world, we have global collaborations going on. Ranging from gardening, tower gardens within schools and within homes, an Excite Club, social emotional learning that we're doing with a national coalition. Lots of opportunities with research, as I was saying. We have collaborations with different types of projects in Africa. We work with people in Malawi, friends and colleagues in Sierra Leone, Tanzania, and Kenya. We're kind of spreading around. India is another opportunity. We're trying to build collaborations there. Independent studies, if you're interested in something that you can actually kind of like design a course and do that on your own. It's, again, a long list, dozens of different projects going on at any given time. We hope that all of you will be involved in something that you're interested in outside of the classroom, where you can really apply what you're learning and what you're curious about. Okay, so these are all options, and we can talk with you anytime that you want about that. Just to get a sense, perhaps some of you have been into our research center. This is kind of like the front room right off of the hallway in between our classes, in between the labs. This is room H320. A full wall from floor to ceiling of whiteboards back there. This is a communications table where we can get online and either Zoom or Skype with people around the world and collaborate. We have guest speakers. Often we will bring in professors, or what my favorites are former students, ChemPhys graduates, Evanston graduates. This is Astro Teller, former ChemPhyser from the, I think, 1986, talking with a group of juniors last year in the new physics room. And he's the director of the research program at Google. And it was just fascinating what they're involved in and what he was talking with us about. This was not too long ago. We have a Tower Garden, that group of students. It's a combination of this year's juniors and seniors. We put it together, and that's one of the options that you have, both for summers and during the school year. This is in the back of my room, right next to where the research center room is. So all sorts of possibilities, all sorts of options, whatever you're curious about, we'll get you working on it. We have a blast. I think you're going to enjoy the next 2 years, and hopefully we don't screw it up for you. But again, if you do have any questions at all, contact myself or contact Ms. Gatchell, and we're happy to have an exchange with you at any point. Okay. Good luck finishing this very weird year. I hope you and your families are doing well, and can't wait to meet y'all and start working together and having some fun, learning lots, and just kind of exploring what's around us. Thank you.